Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another farming stream. What's after this? Half AP? We'll probably get like a bait banner week. We'll see. Who's your husbando? I don't have one, but if I did have to choose, I'd choose Vlad. Berserker Vlad. I'm doing the final node, the gallstone node, for obviously gallstones. There's a gallstone node. This is it. I'm gonna see how good the rates are. So far, I haven't gotten one, but I've only run this like 5 or 6 times. 4 or 5 times. We should be getting CCC Part 1. Here's what I think they'll do. Earlier today or earlier yesterday, don't know exactly when, Sakura-con officially announced that they're going to be having an FGO panel, which Hamsters Albert and the Hamster Squad should be there. So what I think they're going to do is I think they're going to announce pre-CCC and CCC together. It just makes sense, right? So they're gonna wait until SoccerCon in order to I guess announce the news. So because they're gonna I guess announce pre-CCC then, which is what I'm assuming, could be wrong, but going off my assumption, that means that we're gonna need to have other things to occupy us once Gota 2's done. You don't think you can do this node reliably without stacking wolves? The third wave is obviously the one where it's the trickiest. It's yeah, it's kind of weird. You have to rock both a rider and a caster, but because you're dealing with MHX, you can just take Mordred. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back, like I said. Ouch. bad do you think the reception and questioning will be? The same as always. Frank can also solo clear. That's all I need to know then. What does she need? Just what does she need? I would assume she needs waiver buffs. Do you think they should update the UI faster? Of course, I think they should give us everything faster. Why not? Are we gonna get it though? No. %, gallstone node. I wonder where Game Press is getting that statistic. Saber, can you confirm the gallstone drop node here is 20%? Someone in Twitch chat is saying Game Press is saying that Game Press reports it as a 20% drop rate. Nice, there's a gallstone right there. Whatever the rate is, I sat there the last 2 or 3 days farming up scarabs, so. Are you excited for back button? Well, yeah, of course. But that being said, I'm excited for any new content update. Let's see. If Fran can solo clear this wave, then I might as well just use Fran. So I can save a Nito bond for something else. Maybe I could actually just take Nito here. I wonder what I have to do though. Where is my friend? There she is. Let's see, MP damage. Let me check this out, Saber. This requires Helena and Ishtar. Yikes. I'm gonna try you need the defense down on Savage. I'm gonna try this this setup and see how well it does and make adjustments from there. If it falls short too badly, then yeah, I'll change. But JP spreadsheet had it at 30%. 30% is a great rate, so I'm down with it. I don't know if the extra death chance here is gonna really help or not, but we're gonna find out. What's up, dude? Suffering in the JP server maze. Yeah, I heard. I heard the event isn't it ain't all that great. Is Tesla an accessible substitute for Ishtar? Not really, because he doesn't have a party-wide attack buff. I guess Nito could possibly chunk the whatchamacallit, the big boar easily enough. What you farming? Gallstones, hopefully. You need the defense down on Babbage? Okay. Just in case, I'll do that. Is it better to minimize time to farm or maximize points per run? That depends. Oh, Fran one-shot everybody. Nice. It depends. If you're a whale, and you don't mind burning a couple rainbow apples... Fuck, that was a Berserker cookie. If you don't mind burning rainbow apples for more drops, like gallstones or whatever, like I'm trying to do here, you might as well just minimize time per run, because if you're committed to farming that hard, then you're gonna get all your points along the way anyway. So there's no need to rock the point maximization Cs or even any of the drop Cs. Oh, it's a daily reset. Hey Ragnar V, what's going on, man? Is there any difference in damage using Zero's 50% quick buff or the default 50% attack with what you just did? Yes, in fact, there is a big difference, Rectify. The main reason for that is because this game calculates different damage buff types differently. I don't know if you've ever heard of what are known as additive and multiplicative buffs, Rickify, but there is a significant difference between the two. Additive buffs are, I believe this is a copyrighted song. Unfortunately, I can't play that. Anyways, additive buffs are when you just stack attack buffs of the same type. Like for example, you can usually tell by the buff emblem. If you just stack, like, let's say for example, a 20% attack buff and a 30% attack put together, you just add them. That's why we call them additive. So if you have those two buffs together on somebody, they just get a 50% attack up. Simple as that. But it starts changing once you start throwing different types of buffs at them. So say for example you give somebody a 20% attack buff, just a regular charisma at max level, and then you give them a buster buff. Now you don't just add those two. What you have to do instead is you have to multiply those damage buffs together, hence why we call them multiplicative. So what you have to do to get your total damage buff with those two is, say for example, like I said, you have a 20% attack buff, and then you get a 30% buster buff. So what you have to do is you have to do 1.2, which is 20%, which is the 20% buff, times 1.3, which is the 30% buster buff. So what do you get? You get, fuck, do I know how to do math? I have a calculator on my PC. Should probably use that before I embarrass myself on stream. 1.56. So with those two buffs together, instead of just a regular 50% attack buff, because you're multiplying 1.2 and 1.3, you end up getting a 56% attack buff, which is obviously greater than 50%. Now, just a 6% increase in damage doesn't seem all that much until you realize how this game calculates damage, and typically Servants of Noble Phantasm damages, do what, hundreds of times more damage than their regular attacks. So even just a 6% attack buff, or a 6% improvement over what you could have gotten because you use multiplicated buffs, can result in tens of thousands of extra damage. So for example, now is not a good turn to to demonstrate, but on the next turn I'll demonstrate. Once we're done with this, or done with this wave, hopefully Nudicris can chunk the board down enough so we can finish him off with face cards. That's a hope anyway. Oh shit, I forgot. I didn't use Waver's attack buff. That would be nice. I forgot that I needed to use it. Well, hopefully this guy doesn't wreck us. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, Vikio, Lancer, Coup Proto. If you pick one, focus on improving. Which one should you pick? Probably Keo Lancer. She's more flexible. Coup Proto has its uses, but they're a little bit more niche. And usually related to farming. Anyways, now that we're on this wave. So as you can see, Fran already has 2 damage buffs from the Wolves Amiibo CE that I have in the backline. So she's already got, what, 200%? Is that 200%? No, I think I only have 150. So she's got 150 attack buff right there. That damage buff is in its own classification of buffs too. So let's say, so now we know that Fran has a 150% attack buff from the event Cs, right? Waver gave her a 30% attack buff. Now Fran is gonna take another put another 28% on herself because of her third skill, which is a 28% MP damage buff, and that also is in its own classification. Also, we want to put the defense down buff, so that adds even more damage onto damage specifically. And then we also put a 50% quick buff, which is also in its own classification of damage. So in total, we have 150% plus 30. Well, it's not that simple, but we have 150% and then 30%. And then 28%, and then 50%. So let's see. I believe the MP damage buff and the event damage buffs count as the same classification, or the same damage type. So let's see how much damage she would be doing. So that's 150%. So how do we add that? Is it 2.5? We consider it 2.5, right? 2.5. And then there's the MP damage buff, so 2.5 plus 0.28, so that's 2.78. Yeah, I know, Saber. I know. I looked up one of officers' damage classification tables, so that's why I'm adding those two together. So that's times 1.3. So 1.3, and then you also have the quick buff, which is in its own classification as well, and then times 1.5. So with all these buffs, Fran is doing 542.1% extra damage, and that's obviously a lot bigger than whatever she would have gotten if all of these buffs were additive. So in other words, everything dies. Hey Taika, how's it going, man? I'm doing fine. Just showing somebody over on my Twitch chat why multiplicative buffs are important. Why didn't MHX die? Didn't Fran one-shot her last time? Why did she survive this time? Confused. Maybe Fran just hit max damage threshold last time. I don't know. Which Mystic Code is that? It's the Royal Brand. It was only available during the Fate Zero event last year. If you didn't get it then, you'll have to wait for it to come back in the Rare Mana Prism shop, which I don't think it's there yet. So, which has the best rates for the point ladder? Probably this one that I'm doing right now, because you can get nothing but points in here. Low roll, probably. I guess I'm gonna have to figure out what's going wrong. Also, SOA and other people in Twitch chat, do you guys know if Fran is at attribute disadvantage? Uh, are either MHX or I think she wouldn't do any extra any I don't think her damage is gonna be changed against Babbage because I believe both Babbage and Fran are man. They're both man attribute, right? I don't think they're Earth. Pretty sure they're just both man attribute. But MHX might be a little bit different. MHX is star. Does star attribute I think I recall seeing the reading that star attribute doesn't have any bonus damage bonus damage or damage penalty against the normal 3, right? It's only against the beast classes or beast attributes. At least that's what I recall. Right, so it wouldn't matter in this case. Okay, so in that case, then, well, not sure what else we can do there. MHX only does bonus damage to save races. That's not what we're talking about, Belvito. There is a hidden stat in this game that tracks. Oh, is Nidika's gonna kill? Oh, thankfully she did. There's a hidden stat in this game that tags all the servants in this game, and even possibly even enemies too, with a particular attribute. There's man, there's earth, there's sky, and then there's a star, and then there's beast. So there's like five attributes, maybe even one or two more that I'm forgetting. But that they also have their own little mini advantage disadvantage system. It's not significant, but 10% is quite significant if you're talking about MP damage ranges. Let's see. Okay, I guess in this case, I'm gonna have to focus on hitting MHX with a few face cards first, just to make sure she goes down. Glad I can accompany you in the on your long car rides, Brendan. I used to do that as well. I used to just hook up my phone on Bluetooth to my car and listen to streams along the way. Hello, streamer. Hello. Fancy meeting you here. Ooh, yeah, another gallstone. Cool. Kiara, I'm coming! I'm coming, Gachi Hyper! Could you move your Limb Broken Wolves to Tama? Sure. No problem. To Tama. I'm gonna leave my waiver in cash slot. Hopefully you don't mind me putting my Tam in all slot. If there's a problem with that, then may have problems, but hopefully that's not a problem. And Nero Bride. Wonder who I should put in the Saber slot. Guess I'll keep Nero Bride there. Maybe I'll just put Proto Arthur in with a K-Scope here. Just so they can, fuck it. Fuck it, we'll just do that. Just do that. Podcast do you listen to? I don't listen to podcasts. I just watch YouTube videos, streams, and listen to music, and that's it. You're surfing the Raiko node. Good luck, have fun. Hey, Invader, welcome back, dude. You can murder someone for a search ad? Please don't. Hang in there, man. Hang in there. She'll be back before you know it. Who's that red-eyed servant in the back row? Red-eyed. Taiga? Surf memes are good memes, yep. They're comfy memes. I'm coming for the pro stream tips. How do you crop air server? You have to do it with OBS. What you do, Mistax, is you have to create a scene for air server. Air server will come up as its own window, and OBS should be able to track it down and locate it. And you just pull it up in your OBS on a scene that you made. And was that Girls Farm? Yeah. And you just pull up the OBS window on not the OBS window, the air server window up on OBS, and it should come. You should be able to manually crop the air server window. And you can just crop it so that the tablet borders don't show up. Kinda OT. What does OT stand for again? Need advice. Which is better as a main damage dealer, Neurocaster or Maid Alter? Probably Maid Alter because she's single target. That being said, Caster Nero is a great caster farmer, but typically if you're not too big on farming, you're probably trying to look for more single target people. So the safe answer here would be Maid Alter. And god damn it, another Berserker cookie. Fuck Berserker cookies. Give me more gallstones. Kiara's waiting. Oh, how nice! Both Ilya and Chloe and together at the same time in my YouTube chat. How's it going, YouTube? Yeah, if you're trying to farm up points to complete the ladder, just come to this node that I'm doing. This node is you can only unlock this node after you run every other node at least once. All the epilogue nodes, you have to run all those at least once, and then this final one will unlock. And this is where you probably want to farm points because this node only drops points. It doesn't drop any shop currency. It only drops points. So if you want to hyper accelerate your point farming, you come here. At least I'm pretty sure. You ever figure out how to fix the audio issue? Yes, by not playing any audio. No, but to answer you seriously, no. I think I know how, but that would involve buying extra equipment, which I am too lazy to buy because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna buy new audio equipment to fix that audio delay, then I might as well go replace my entire computer while I'm at it. So. Vanilla ice cream on brownie. I made I don't know if you saw this video that I'm gonna talk about, Chloe, but I made a video back when Prisma Ilya was still running, and I did the final challenge quest where you fight against the Ilya, the Emiya family, like, either that or the Von Eidensburn family, whichever you want to call it. and I only used both Ilya and Chloe without any CEs, and I replied to one of the comments on that video that someone made, and I was like, in certain restaurants where they offer dessert, like especially at like buffet places, they have like those self-serve, soft serve ice cream machines where there's like three knobs. The one on the left gives you vanilla swirls. The one on the right gives you chocolate swirls, and then the one in the middle gives you both. It's vanilla and chocolate swirls, right? Might as well get a capture card by that point. Yeah, exactly. So I figure also by after watching other people stream on Twitch, namely like Schleich and who is it, X Zero. I figured that it's just better to not even worry about the audio, unless of course there are certain exceptions. So being able to play the audio is always going to be an option. I can always turn the audio back on. It's very simple. I just mute my tablet if I don't want it on, and unmute it, I guess, if I want to hear the audio again. Where are all my PT waivers? But yeah. What was that rant? It wasn't even a rant. We good, bro? It wasn't even a rant. Slash. I'm ranting. Not as hard as Schleich was ranting yesterday. Is this a Honako stream? When did my playlist start playing Eurobeat? Yeah, it's fine. Let's see. This is gonna be a little bit tricky because I don't have any buster cards. Uh-oh. Monka S. Monka S. Monka S. Monka S. That's the annoying thing about Babbage, is that if he survives like that, he'll always pop Invul, so you have to burn another turn trying to kill him. And it's not like this team, anybody on this team has Invul Pierce, so you have to just sit there and hold another turn. You thought you wanted a 4-turn clear? Nah, bruh. Hold this 5-turn. Hold that shit, bruh. Waiting for the next Super Suck rate up for 299 Blaze Embers in the gift box. This is actual pain. Chances are you're gonna be waiting for another 3 months. Why is it a good time to start farming? Um, it is. My question is, why don't you want to start farming? Next Super Suck is during HQ3, estimated in May, and before DW fucks us out of that one. The enemy is fixed here, no random stuff. The Nobus can still be random, but for the most part, the drops are pretty much fixed. As far as I'm concerned. Oh boy. Oh god, he survived again. Fran! Fran! Grail Fran, easier said than done, Koza. Well, at least there's another Colsist. I'll take that. Oh shit. I only have Fran MP2. Is she strong on the farm? She's always strong on to farm. Damage isn't even necessary at this point. Why'd they put it there? Manka, Indeed. Why did they put it there? Manka. Kama or Jack? Kama in her second and third forms. I see what you tried doing there, Season. You can't trap me. All right, Mr. Random. Thanks for stopping by, man. If you're stepping out. Why don't you put an envelope here, CE? Why would I give it an envelope here, CE, when I can just bring a personal train on him instead? As a matter of fact, I should probably do this instead. Is this the last most efficient node? All the nodes are out now. All the nodes are out. All the best nodes are out. And best of all, there's always if you need to farm for like a one particular shop currency, or if you want to if you want to farm for individual shop currencies, then now's the best time to do it, because I'm pretty sure all the 40 AP nodes only drop one type of shop currency, don't they? So if you've been holding out because the first couple of nodes, like the first week's worth of nodes, weren't that efficient, then now's the time to do it, because all the 40 APs drop nothing but one type of shop currency. So if you need to clear out shop still, you've got a week left to which is a long time. You got a week left to grind that shit out. Even if you have like 1, 2 Gacha Cs that drop or that boost drop rates for shop currency, that'll help out a ton. And I guess and I guess it's good in the sense that in the shop they don't really cost that much. Like the most expensive thing probably costs you only like 450 for like a stack of 30. It's like 400, 450. Is there any other item in the shop that's like more expensive to buy all at once? That costs more than 450 of a particular shop currency? Because I don't remember anything like that. Because like the stingers or the items that come up that you can buy in like bundles of 30, like the stingers or whatever, you can buy those for 450. But everything else is usually just like 400 or some shit. 600 for lamps, alright, fair enough. Because yeah, they sell you 20 of them at once, and they're treated as a regular just like any other gold mat. 900 fluids, okay, then maybe 450 wasn't the lowest. Probably I probably cleared all the more expensive items first, and then shifted gears towards all the less expensive shit. Alright, weird. Clearing shop is sin, just farm story nodes like a proper degen. A proper degen farms literally everything. Who the hell only farms story nodes? You mean the free quests, right? Who the hell farms free quests when there's an event going on? If you call that degen, you and I have differing opinions of what degen means. Any tips for this? Tips for what? You gotta be a little bit more specific than just coming in here and asking, oh, give me some tips. Ah, shit. Didn't target switch. Rip. How's your night going? It's going well. It's going well. Ow. At least it didn't crit on anyone of them. Pro tip, ask for specific tips. Yeah, really. Actually, I didn't even need to give them any of the defense buffs, but whatever. Did she survive? Well, that's okay, because now that we killed Babbage first, it's not like MHX has any invulnerability skill. Haha, at least not yet. Sucks to suck, MHX! Sucks to suck. Which node is best for metals? I would assume 40 AP Taisho, the 40 AP, the middle 40 AP on the Oda side. I see that. I see that node has metals. Oh god, I got two of Fran's Buster cards right off the rip. No bully MHX. I'll bully MHX all as much as I want. How long have you been streaming for? Not even an hour. See a lot of you showing up tonight. What's going on, everybody? I think that's another big board drop. Though it could always be another Zerk cookie. How are you all tonight? I see that we have a lot more people in here than usual. It's because of the new nodes come out yet, or what? Someone who has max level who has max level 60s? What point no is recommended? Mm. Try the 40 APs. If you can't do them, if they're too hard for you, drop down to 30 AP. If they're too hard for you, drop down to 20. Always try the 40 AP node, and yet again, it's another Zerk cookie. Fuck this game. Always try going for the 40 AP. This game is giving you the Wolves Amiibo, which give your entire team extra damage. So see if they can't do it. If they can't, if you feel like you can't do them, then drop down to 30 AP, and hang out there. You don't need to do the 40 AP. The game gives you 10, 20, 30 AP nodes for a reason. Farming now. Gallstones. Woohoo! Yeah, Artemis Plank, welcome back. Everyone's looking for the most efficient 3-turn. I mean, that's probably not the case, but I'm sure people are interested in figuring out what teams like Wales are using, so that they can use that to I guess polish up on whatever they're using. I put out like 3-turn videos for like event farming and stuff, but usually what is it? Usually people can't replicate them, but I've had comments, I've gotten comments saying like, oh, you know, even though I can't replicate these teams that you're using, like 1-to-1, like, gave me a few ideas that made my own farming teams, like, you know, improve or become more efficient. So, hey, if it helps, it helps. I'm playing FGO too. Wow, amazing, right? I know, right? Big words coming from someone who quit the game a month ago and gave his account to a guy named Vince. Limit break of Wolves Amiibo now. I would say so because because you can limit break it now, and then you can take a limit broken Wolves C off your support, and then if you complete both ladders, you have a limit broken one and then a regular one to just keep on you in your back line. So potentially you could easily have 50% extra damage. But usually by the time you finish the point ladder, you also probably have finished the shop, and by that point you're probably finished with the event. So hey, another Zerg cookie. So Saber, what was the drop rate for gallstones in this node again? 30%? Huh. Monka, Is Morgie considered a Saber face? Yes, she is. Yes, Cha-Cha has extra damage this event. Should you go all Wolvesy or all Sunsea or a mix to maximize points and quick farm? In my opinion, now that the best nodes are out, I think it's most efficient to concentrate on one single farmable item at a time. If you want to go for points, stack all points. If you want to go for certain shop currencies, stack all the Cs that you have that boost that currency, right? So if you want to farm bronze, just stack bronze Cs. If you want to stack silver, stack the silver Cs, so on and so forth. By this point, now that we have the best nodes where each node usually gives you like a lot of a single drop, which is usually the best way to farm for things anyway. It's just better to focus on farming one item out at a time, and then move on. Do bronze first. Once you're done with bronze, move on to silver. Finish silver, move on to gold. Finish gold, move on to points, or whichever way you want to do it. JP said 30%. Huh, JP fucks us in ways more than one. I don't have much drop Cs. Point C versus damage Cs while farming a shop currency. Damage Cs. Because we now have a dedicated node for if you just want points. So you might as well just concentrate everything on shop farming, shop currency farming, and just stacking damage Cs. Might as well just do that. Just rock damage seeds to make your farming easier on yourself. IMO. Is this an event? Yep. Pre-CC is next week or the week after. It's not gonna be until, in my opinion, they're not gonna release any news about CCC until, what is it? Until, what time is it? Until, when is it? SakuraCon. When are they coming back? MP1 is good enough on Dark Elite. If you're a free to play, or if you don't care to, if you don't care much for rolling for servers once you already have one copy of them, MP1's fine. The only reason why you would care enough to get a servant MP2 is for the extra damage, but Merlin's MP is not damaging. It's a support MP, not an offensive one. And 2 for the overcharge protection, which is very useful. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. It's important and it's very useful, but it's not useful enough to warrant risking your next 300 quartz, you know, to get another copy of somebody you already have. Assuming you're not a whale, that is. MP5 every server for efficiency? I mean, I'm already doing that. Hey, finally a gallstone drop. Hey, Nightmare, what's going on, man? Welcome back. Do you think Fran needs more buffs? No, not really. She has a clear, distinct role, and that's to obliterate things on the screen. She doesn't really need more buffs. If I were to say that Fran needs more buffs, then that's the same as me saying, yeah, everybody in this game needs more buffs, except for this fucking asshole in the middle. Hey K9, what's going on, man? You know, my friend is MP3. She can probably do this. If she were grailed, maybe. Is she grailed? If so, then yeah, she probably could. If she's not, she probably can't. Surprised your Nito is not bonded. Yeah, because I saved her bond for events like this. Do I like Hiji? He's alright. He's cool. New node? Yep. All the final nodes are out. If you've been waiting for all the final nodes, wait no longer. They're here now. Who's your first fully grailed 10 to 10 servant? Media Lily. Is Chacha Berserker good? No, she's kind of a potato. The page drop any good on the Shinsengumi node? In the Shinsengumi node? There's a page drop in the Shinsengumi node? Oh, there is. 40 AP Ryoshi, and the 40 AP Reshi. Saber of Avalon, if you're still here, do you remember what the page drop rate was for all three nodes? Because I think there's 3 nodes total. No, wait, there's only 2, I guess, now. 2, you can get it from either the Roshi or the Reshi. I've been told it was 46%. It was a 46% drop rate for pages in one of these nodes. I just don't know for which, unless it applies to both nodes. Which it might. I don't know. I would assume it's the 40 AP Reshi because that's the one with the that's the much harder node to farm. But it's 46 fucking percent, so. That was a Lunago node. Okay, do the 40 AP Reshi, and it should have a 46% page drop rate. So. Yeah, you might wanna start burning some apples there if you haven't already. Carol needs one more MP level to work better, I hear. Yeah, but that applies to literally every servant in the game. But especially Kiara, yes. Gallstones, are you out? I need 15 more, so I'll be here for a while. The gallstone drop rate doesn't seem to be that great, but I've only been farming it for what, an hour, so we're gonna keep farming, see if there's any noticeable improvement. Ouch. Have you cleared the Hiji challenge? No, not yet. I just concentrated on starting to farm as soon as possible. This event will still be around for another full week, so I've got a week to do the clear the challenge quest. Don't worry, I can fucking Merlin Buster meme the fuck out of it if I want to. $400 can get you a nice little MP1. Try MP0. How do you know $400 is gonna get you an MP1 guaranteed? So that bad you want a Nobu Sengumi plush? I've never heard anyone call it a Nobu Sengumi, but whatever. Yeah, sure. I see that Nitocris is very enthusiastic this turn. So many servants need 10 gallstones just to get to level 9. Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Flashback to your 1500 Saint Quartz for MP0 Musashi. Oh yeah, I remember when it took me 1700 for my first copy of Tama Lancer, and 1647 for a single copy of Skaha last Thanksgiving. Yeah, those were fun. And then my 2300 no SSR streak between Kets and Merlin banners. Good old times. We remember Pepperidge Farm remembers. I remember. Didn't this spend like a grand? Yeah. Luckily for him, he actually did get Jack. I spent a similar amount, just not as much on stream, and I didn't get her. Yeah, here I am spending 300 on Okta rather than getting a new TV or something like that. Yeah, we could do a. Yeah, we could probably be using our. We could all probably be using our money a little bit more intelligently, but here we are. Here we are. No one's making you spend that money. Yeah, just because no one's making me spend the money, though, doesn't mean it doesn't hurt at least a little bit when you don't get what you want. How bad was your first Tamacaster? It was like 100 and I don't. It was at least 1,000 quartz. I was sitting there. I didn't skip any animations back then, so I was just sitting there, not skipping anything, and that took me like 6 hours. I think I imported the Twitch VOD because I was streaming only on Twitch back then, because that was when I first started streaming, and you can probably still find that original Halloween VOD on my channel somewhere. It's like 6 hours long. And you can watch it. You can just sit there watching me fucking roll for Tamacaster and not get her at all. So I would have been part of the Tama apocalypse, if y'all remember that from back in the day. And suddenly my Twitch stream just fucking exploded and increased by 50% in viewer count. Hey, what's up, everybody? Did we get raided by someone? Oh, is it Arc FGO? Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream from his stream, I suppose. We're farming the new nodes here. I'm hunting for gallstones from this big motherfucker from right here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for a raid, Arc. We've been hosting me / raiding me quite frequently the past week or so. Thanks a lot for that. You didn't need to do it, especially because I usually only stream whenever there's an event going on. But thank you so much anyway. And welcome to all the viewers coming in from Arc stream. Hope you are having a good evening. So just kick back, relax, and let's farm. Let's see. I have to get used to the muscle memory required that's required for this. Ooh, that was barely. This buffering is killing you. Catch y'all later. God damn it, another fucking dessert cookie. I suggest, Killer Queen, before you go, if you're still in my stream, I suggest you pay for better internet that's not dial-up. And then come back to the stream and see how the stream quality is. You're gonna go pretty hard for Kiara, but only if you get a single SSR within 500 Saint Quartz. 500 Saint Quartz for one SSR. Not sure if hard. But if he's paying for better internet, how will DW get his money? They don't, because Killer Queen is probably too poor to give DW his or her money. Are Zerks usually not worth MP2 because they don't survive long enough to fill the gauge twice? That might be like the most galaxy brain thing that I've ever heard all day. No, Zerks are usually always worth the extra MP levels. It doesn't matter if they can't recharge their their MP bars again. It's increasing the MP levels is it does more than just give you overcharge. I hope you do realize that. Increasing MP levels for servants in this game directly increases their damage. An MP5 servant will do more damage than an MP1. That's just how it works. So no funk drills. They are always worth the extra MP levels if you can get them. Hey, there's a gallstone, even though I got my fucking 11th Zork cookie of the night. 30% gallstone rate, they said. I think I'll just wait the 50 seconds. How y'all doing, chat? Are we comfy? Are we comfy right now? We're comfy, aren't we? Because Pepega isn't enabled. One of these days, Koza, I'm going to create a playlist of all the music that I listen to. I'm going to enable all the BTTV emotes one of these days. One of these days. Chat, spam me your best comfy emotes. Give me your best comfy emotes. If you can't spam comfies, give me your best ayaya emotes. Oh, we can enter the note again. Whee! Yes. I dream of a chat filled with weeaboo Twitch emotes. This is what I live for, to be honest. I used to date a woman who looked like Nito. It was nice. This stream's killing my feels. You fucked up. Is this heaven? Perhaps. Possibly. Alright, Koza. Thanks for stopping by, man. To meme and Pepika along with chat for a little bit. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow in Le Farmville chat. He loves this game so much. That's great! If only the game loved us as much as we loved it. Anyone in here with a good AoE caster for farming and assassin nodes? AoE caster for farming and assassin nodes. Helena's an AoE one, and she's an event servant too. So she gets what, 50% extra damage, which is better than nothing. Well, we've used up all our normal apples. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to set the world on fire. Why the fuck is this on my recommended? I don't know. If you're gonna ask that in my chat, why don't you get the fuck out? Simple as that. Using rainbow apples, such as the fate of whales. What was the drop rate on gallstones? 30% Omega lol. 30% boys. Thanks, JP. 30%. No problem, Jose. And then now all of a sudden we have some random ass dubstep. Just a joke, dude. Just a prank, bro. How about I time you out for 10 minutes and I'll just say at the end, oh, it's just a prank, bro. Didn't mean to time you out. Just a prank, bro. Just a joke. No big deal, man. How's your night? Just came out and you're streaming. What's going on? New nodes came out. So, we in here. Still weeb music. Weeb music all day, every day. We weebs up in this bitch. Yeah, Almighty Ultimus. You have to, in order to unlock this final node, you have to unlock all the other nodes first. Actually, I didn't need the follow-up arts card. Well, Bully MHX a little bit extra anyway. I would to imagine how much fun Ria had voicing the Nobus. I'm sure she went ham. And for Gouda 3, she drags in all the entire FSN crew to make to start making Nobu noises. So that's cool. So that's also hilarious. Hey Cisco, what's going on, man? Welcome back. married Enterprise. You're now happy. Same here. In fact, I love Enterprise so much. Now I'm raising a second one. Why settle for one Enterprise when you can have two? If you have limited resources to farm and you need everything, what do you suggest going for? That depends on what your account needs, my dude. Shit. I did not pay attention to my face cards. That depends on what your account needs, my dude. I could give you the easy answer and just tell you, oh yeah, just go farm, just farm out the, what is it? All the gold mats from the shop first. But maybe you don't need gold mats. Maybe you need the lower rarity mats that you can buy from the shop first, like the stingers or something like that, right? It really depends on what your account and what your account needs. I don't know your account, and for you to tell me what your account has, that would take fucking forever. So, look through your account, see what you need first, and see if there's any of the things that you need from the shop. And if you find some, or if you find things that you need and they're available in the shop, go farm for them. Simple as that. Oh, this song is nice and chill. Or conversely, if you don't feel like farming shop currency, then farm for points instead. If you want to go and farm out the whatever it is that you find on the point ladders. And yet another Zerk cookie. Yay! Chat. What's the total tally now for gallstones versus Zerk cookies? It's probably like 4 to 15 or some shit like that, right? Does BQA do a lot more damage than AQB? Yes, Functrolls, it does. A Buster leadoff card in FGO gives all other attacks in that chain 50% extra damage. If you want damage, you always lead off with Buster. Leading off with anything else will yield less damage. Do you have a Discord, or is there an FGO Discord you'd recommend? I don't have one for myself. Is there one that I recommend? No, not really. You could try joining the subreddit Discord. It's more or less a public one, but you're gonna find a lot of Pepigas in there. Pepigas, JP elitist fags, and the like. You'll also find some rando moderator there by the name of Not Eric, who quit the game last month, but he came back again for whatever reason. Are these the epilogue quests? Yeah. These are the epilogue quests. These are the final ones. What the fuck? Sorry, Eric. I had to do you dirty. ABQ or BQA? For what? Looking for MP gen? Or are you looking for damage? Toxic. I know, right? I'm just doing my best JP Elitist impression. Don't worry, don't mind me. Let's see. Not the best face cards. Ideally, what I'd want is to have all of Fran's Buster cards on the last wave. Obviously, that's not always gonna happen. Finally got your Chloe to 10 on 10. Congratulations! Yeah, and I just need to finish grailing her, you know, right? At least MHX can't spam. At least she can't spam fucking invols. Too early for that one. Hey, there's a gallstone drop. An actual gallstone drop. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thought that this node actually dropped you fucking gallstones? My god, that's amazing. Actual gallstone drops? It's nice to know what to save for, though. American counts better. Well, yeah, in that sense, yeah. NA has the advantage of having Clairvoyance EX, where we know literally everything that's headed our way, 2 years in advance. So we do have that advantage, yes. But you know, we're still 2 years behind. So we gotta hold that shit. Oh, you want comma on NA? Oh, you better wait 2 years for that shit. Don't like it? Come to JP. All right. Good night, whoever's going to sleep. I didn't catch the actual person going to sleep, but whoever you are, thanks for stopping by, and have a good night and sweet dreams. I think MP1, no, no, no. Unfortunately, MP1 Fran, you're gonna be hard pressed to clear the third to one shot the or to one turn wave 3. You're gonna be really hard pressed. Let's see. Because Hunty, my friend is MP5 with level 9 with all level 9 skills and a max golden sumo CE. And there are times when she cannot one shot the entire wave 3. So unfortunately, your MP1 Fran is not going to be able to do it. By that point, I think she'd have to be like Grailed. She'd have to have like Black Grail, and not only just Grail, but also have the Black Grail CE along with it to give her enough damage. And even then, I don't know if she'll be able to do it. Probably not. So unfortunately, your MP1 friend is SOL as far as I'm concerned. Okay, we're both good to go. Guess you'll level Chacha. In this situation, yeah, Chacha, since you'll get her to MP5, she'll probably be better. But just keep in mind that Chacha herself is also a potato. She'll probably do more damage than Fran, though. Just because she's an event servant, maybe. You're gonna have to be looping, you're gonna have to be chaining MPs together for this one. Because Chacha, just by herself without any buffs, will probably do like a third of the servants' damage. So she'll do like 100k damage each at MP5, without any other buffs, without any foes. But obviously that's quote unquote only 100k, and both Babbage and MHX have 300k. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to give Chacha some extra damage. Like if you have Anti-Blonde. I tried this earlier, actually, when the nodes first went live. If you have Anti-Blonde and it's max level, and you give that to Chacha, she'll do like 2/3 of MHX's and Babbage's HPs. Like she'll do like 200k, something like that. So an obvious improvement, but she'll still be left wanting for more. So you're gonna have to throw in like some other another NP along with it to one turn that shit. Oh boy. Hey Raiden, what's going on, man? Haven't talked to you in a while. Yeah, I'm also using your waiver. You're one of the very few waivers on my friends list who still have who still left personal training up on their waivers and caster slot. So thank you for your help as well. The feeling is mutual. If you, I'm pretty sure you can contact me over the subreddit Discord, right, Radum? I think that's where we met. If you need any events on any particular servant, unless there's like something else that I'm doing with my friends is at the moment or at the time, don't feel free to hit me up over Discord to ask for like a certain C on like a certain servant or whatever. Slice of life? What are we talking about? Who do you plan on using a Grails on? Still waiting to a Grail Tomo, and after her, Tama Lancer. After that, not sure. Are you doing turn efficiency or drop efficiency? Turn. I'm already done clearing out the shop, so. And since I'm gonna get a ton of points just by farming this node for gallstones, it's like, well, I'm pretty much I'm pretty much free riding here. So might as well just 3-turn everything. No, sometimes MHX does survive a few times. This song is super comfy as well. Got last tomorrow, stay comfy. Alright, Waganawa. Thanks for stopping by. And good luck tomorrow. God fucking damn it, another Zerk cookie. All these Zerk cookies are gonna make me rage quit this node if this keeps up. Like, how many Zerk cookies have we gotten so far again? Or have I gotten so far again? Compared to how many gallstones? Jesus fucking Christ. How'd you get the last node to show up? Do all the other ones first. At least once. Why not use a Super Scoper so Wave 3 is more reliable with 3-turn? If I can, MP animations are long, lame-ass guy. That's literally her name. Not calling him like a lame-ass guy. It's just literally his name. MP animations are long. If you can optimize a run by making it so that you can clear a wave with just 1 MP rather than 2, that's great. Even if sometimes it's not 100% reliable. In this case, I feel like risking the one shot or the one turn, trying to do the one turn with a small risk of letting MHX survive with 10k, 3k HP is worth Fran being able to wipe everybody off the map or off the screen. So. How many more gallstones do you want for an event? Gallstones? I think I still need like 120 more for all the servants this year. I'm not even gonna bother count. I know I need a lot more. Yeah, I still need like 150 more gallstones. So I would like to sit here for a while, but if the game's just gonna keep giving me Zerk cookies, then I'll just look for another event node to farm gallstones from. Is there a reason you're using Golden Sumo over Halloween Princess? Yes, two big reasons actually. Actually 3 big reasons. One, Halloween Princess is a 20%. When Learn Broken, it's a 20% MP damage buff. That doesn't stack very well with Fran because Fran already has a 30% MP damage buff on her own through her 3rd skill. So it doesn't stack it doesn't stack as well as just a straight attack buff. At least I don't think so. Especially when you already have when I already have event damage Cs in the bag whose buff types classify as the same as an MP damage buff. Oops. Second reason is because Halloween Princess is split stats. It gives you both HP and attack. whereas Golden Sumo only gives you straight attack. It gives you 2k attack, while Halloween Princess gives you like 1600 HP and only 1000 attack. That's not good from a farming perspective. Having a CE that gives you 2k extra attack rather than 1k is a huge fucking difference. And let's see, what's the third reason? I know there was a third reason there somewhere. Maybe I already mentioned it in the other two reasons. I'm sure I'll think of it eventually if it comes back to me. By using another buffer such as Skaha, I mean, I could do that. Problem with that is that I'm gonna have to use Plug Suit, and that takes even more time. It'll probably guarantee the one turn, yeah, but that requires Plug Suit. And ideally, you don't want to use Plug Suit because switching servants out takes time. I'm on the tablet, so it probably won't matter as much, but even still. How many CE drops did you get so far? God, do I even want to count? CE drops don't really even matter anyway. It's like what I was farming the Scarab node from the Oda side last phase. So I got like what 5, 6 Fortress of the Sun Seas or some shit like that. 15 attack buff from Golden Sumo. Yeah, that too. Yeah, I think that was the third reason that I want to mention. The 15% attack buff stacks better with all the buffs that Fran gets. You don't get how MP strength works. It's an MP exclusive damage buff. That's all it does. Now we'll look with the Wolves' CE drops. Well, the thing is that the Oda nodes only drop you the Fortress of the Sun Seas. If you want the Wolves CE, then you farm the Shinsengumi nodes. At least you got plenty of Berserker cookies to use to level Kiara still. Problem is, I still have like 800 Berserker cookies. And yeah, an actual Gallstone drop. I hear those are pretty rare. How many Berserker cookies do I have? 786. I think I'm okay on Berserker cookies for Kiara. Wish that luck went into the gacha. We're pretty sure that the CE drop rates for the best nodes in this event are around 2%, which are very good CE drop chances. Obviously, we don't have 2% SSR rates, because otherwise, literally everybody would be getting SSRs. Well, probably not, but still, you know what I mean. Alright, Taika, thanks for stopping by and hanging out in the stream tonight. Hope you have a good rest of your evening, day, wherever you are. And, yeah, have a good one. We'll see you next time. Pretty sure Kiara uses Saber and Caster. Caster cookies. Which Nobu 40 AP is best for faction points? Faction points? Neither. Not Nobu. This is the node you want to farm. This node right here that I'm doing only drops points. So if you want points, you come here. I think, at least I think so anyway. I don't know, maybe the math works out where you might actually need to farm like another 40 AP node in some other faction in order to get the most amount of points. But as far as as far as I'm aware, you come here to this node. Do all the other nodes at least once first, and then come here. Imagine if there were a special event with 2% SSR rates, but it returned to needing 40 Sand Quartz. The one true J-Bait, believe it or not, I would actually take that deal. I would actually take that deal. It's the same. It's my same philosophy with farm materials. I would rather pay more AP to run a quest that has a higher chance of giving me the material that I want, as opposed to running a node that costs less AP but gives me a less chance to get the material that I want. So, if hypothetically speaking, DW offered us an opportunity to roll a gacha, a special gacha that returned rates to 40 Saint Quartz per multi, but increase the SSR drop chances up to 2%, I would fucking take it because that's literally doubling our chances at an SSR. It's doubling the chances. That's fucking huge. Yeah, exactly, Koneko. 100% increase SSR drop rate for a 33% cost increase. Like, how do you say no to that? Who should you go with your 4-star ticket later this year, Martha or Medi Lily? If you're looking between just the two of them, um, my Media Lily bias is coming out, and I would rather recommend you to use Media Lily, but Martha has her uses as well. She has in my opinion, she has slightly more flexibility and utility compared to Media Lily, because Media Lily's whole thing is like, being a healer and whatnot. So that's kind of like the only thing she can really do. Whereas Martha, you can have Martha do some other things. Probably not as well, but you can still have her do some other things. So from a gameplay perspective, probably Martha. But then again, then you have to take into consideration the fact that Martha is permanent, whereas Media Lily is story locked. So actually no, scratch that. Don't grab a Martha. Go take a Media Lily instead, cause she's story locked and you can't get spooked by her. Unless you hardly ever roll the gacha, in which case, well, I guess pull from Martha. Then. Best nodes for the items in the shop: 40 APs. All the 40 APs. These epilogue nodes now divide all the shop currencies into individual. Like, you can only get one type of currency from each node for all the 40 AP nodes, I believe. So now's a great time to start farming. In fact, it should be the time you should start farming, because otherwise, if you don't, the event's gonna end. There's nothing after this. It's all done. Why not use normal media? Because she can't give everybody 13.8k burst heals for the entire party in one turn. Still imagine people would still complain. Oh yeah, of course. You're always gonna have people complain. No matter what you do. It's the internet, bro. It happens in literally every community. If you change something or you do something that affects like the game in a way that well, just affects the game at all. Period. You're always gonna have people who complain. Even in Azure Lane, which is probably one of the friendliest one of the friendliest mobages when it comes to like player service in terms of, like, the game, like gameplay, not gameplay, whatever, but like gacha rates and then like quality of life stuff and all that. Like, even in Azure Lane, you still got people fucking complaining because they had to reset the PvP ladders. You're always gonna have complaining, my dude. There's nothing you can do about it. What you can control is how much people complain. Because if you put out updates that are generally well received, then not as many people are gonna complain. If you put out a patch that's really bad, then of course you're gonna have more people who complain. You can control the number of people complaining. What you can't control is the fact that people are complaining. Feel me? Tomorrow's your birthday. Happy birthday in advance. Feels birthday man in the chat. Will Medi be okay in MP1? Who, Medi, regular Medi or Media Lily? Media Lily is probably okay in MP1, though. Yeah, she's probably okay in MP1. Regular Media? No. Get more MP levels for her. Seraph is the next big event. Yeah, it's our next major content update. I've hit the wall. That's Camelot, and now you actually have to strategize. It's alright. There's a ton of videos out there that can help you, you know, strategize what you need to do for the Camelot bosses. As the whole thing about Camelot, Dank Sinatra, I like your name by the way. The whole thing about Camelot though is that it's filled with gimmick boss battles. For the most part, it's filled with gimmick boss battles. As long as you know what their gimmick is, you should be able to figure out a way to deal with it. Of course, there are some bosses where their gimmicks are harder to deal with than others, Gawain, but you know, you can prepare for them, and there are ways to combat it, even for free-to-plays. So just look those up, and you know, make sure you don't fuck up. Is it okay to spend apples now? Yes, spend apples now. These are the last sets of nodes. They are the best. You're excited, so excited you can't go to sleep. You should probably should go to sleep. Sleep is good for you. As someone who's had bad sleeping habits since college, yeah. Don't make the same mistakes that I did, and get some sleep. Is there anything to do for the pre-campaign aside from the banner with the waifu Nero and Zasha and Basket Cat? No, not really. They'll give us like a couple of interludes. They'll put like, ooh, nice another Gallstone. That makes me happy. They'll give us extra interludes. For example, I believe they're giving us Neurobride's MP interlude, where it's her MP interlude. It's her MP damage buff, so that's great. And all the interludes for all the Fate Extra servants in the game, where every servant who's a part of the Extra and Extella series, well, except for Extella and Extella Link, I guess. So I guess just Fate Extra. They'll all get like half AP interlude quests, where you can do their interludes for half AP. That's cool. Other than that, it's just gonna be like a straight bait banner. It's just a bait banner, but it's a really good one. So, is Babylonia harder than Camelot? I wouldn't say so. It's definitely a little bit more. It's definitely more grindy, I think, in my experience. I just need to slog through more battles compared to Camelot, if I recall correctly. But is that as hard? Not really in terms of gimmicks. Robin animation update? Yeah, we'll get a few animation updates as well. Robin, I believe we get Nero Brides and Elizabeth's, so we'll have those. We'll have those to look forward to, I suppose. Any other event singularities you're looking forward to this year? Christmas, D-Gen time. Basically any event that we know is going to involve a metric fuck ton of farming. So, Eurofest, Christmas. Woohoo! Guess why? You wish Gil had a 50% MP gain? Yeah, that would make him broken. And there would literally be no reason to roll any other archer in the game. Well, maybe except for Nianta, but still. Let's see. Whoops, didn't mean to use a defense one. Haha, that's super useful. Extra servants, except for Lubu. Yeah. Who cares about 3-star servants, right? Nobody gives a shit about Lubu. The extra C's will be on Rio too. Yeah. So, in other words, 2030 is back on radar for the first time in a year and a half. Did someone say 2030? Woke. Haven't used chat yet, but you can max level MP5 clear than no. Even you'd have to buff stack the shit out of her to get her to one turn this wave. Hanako wants to know your location. But Honako watches my videos too. At least some of them. In fact, he was one of the people who inspired me to start making videos and start making content in the first place. He knows I use low. He knows that I use low stars. What banner for 2030? Pre-CCC. And that should be in the latter half of this month. Are we getting 9 build download campaign after Seraph? Who knows? We'll see. Honako the master at beating everything with the common servants. He's great. There are a few other JP players who are even better at it than he is, dare I say. It's a bait banner, sure, but it has so much that you want. Exactly, that's the hard part. It's a pre-CCC is by all definitions, it's a hyper bait banner, but it's really good. It's really good. If you have 5 copies of 2030, do you limit break or wait for a 6th? If you have somebody on your friends list who also has a limit break in 2030, limit break it. If not, keep them separate. Is CCC event banner better than 2020 New Year's? Probably not. If you're just looking at, if you're only comparing banners on the basis of how many limited servants they have, because New Year's will always have more limited servants than pre-CCC. But no, seriously, the pre-CCC banner will still be very good. You've got Tomo, you've got I believe Karno should be on extra, right? Or is he part of Extella? I don't remember. You got Gil and Tomo right there. Those are 2 of the best servants in the game. And that's just not me being a Tomo fanboy. You also got Neurobride there. She's a solid sports saber. Yeah, it's a super bait banner, but it's so good. Hey, another Gallstone from the ladder. I'll take that. Just 10 more for Kiara. And my Kiara will be woke. Okay, Karno was an extra. Alright, that's all I wanted to know. I know he's an XL, and I know he's in a XL Link as well. But I just wasn't sure if he was in a extra proper. I know more about Extella than I do extra. That's the best. It's the best kind of bait banner. One that isn't bait. Hey. Best kind of bait banner, one that isn't bait. It also has Red Man for all the archery spooks. Yup. I'll be MP5 in guild during the pre-CCC, so hopefully I can get two more Chad spooks. Well, I guess those technically those wouldn't be spooks, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Passion Lip doesn't share a banner with Kiara. That you're getting you're mixing up your CCC banners. Passion Lip is with Melt. The two Sakura faces are together in the same banner, not with Kiara. Kiara's by herself in her own banner with Liz and Demi, I believe. So wrong banner there. Also rolling for Gil. Good luck, dude. Good luck to you as well. We shall suffer in the Gil mines together. Hopefully we're not in there for too long. Let's see. No Fran cards. Rip. Gil laughs in the background. Obligatory. Obligatory. Honestly, I've noticed that my friend is dropping the ball a lot of times. I'm gonna switch to my original team that I was running before this. Let's see if I can replicate it from memory again. What was it again? Maybe my original team with Astolfo and Nitocris was better. Where's Nito? PT. Switch to plug. Hydration bot. We meet again. Ilya, remember that Melt is an alter ego. So if you're using her to fight cavalry classes, at MP1 she's gonna feel like a potato, kind of, compared to other servants' MP1 damages. Because she only gets a 50% extra attack buff, rather than a full 100%. So you're gonna have to deal with that. It's gonna be better than Kiara's per target damage though, so there's that, but... He's back! Monka S. Hydration bot, the one true hero. Yep. The one true hero. Hey Kyron, what's going on, man? That's why alter ego is considered bad. Yeah, that's why they're normally considered kind of potato. They don't have true class affinity against anybody except foreigners and maybe somebody else. So you do kind of run into that problem. mountain whale, mountain goat, mountain whale. How the hell does a mountain whale even work? Best alter ego, Kiara maybe, especially with all the buffs that she's gotten. Jesus. Setonai, I've heard Setonai is pretty good. Hey, another Berserker cookie. I didn't even realize the board dropped me a gold box that time. That's what I just said, you. Isn't best alter ego Tan Okita? If you're talking about waifuism, then sure, yeah. But I think as far as correct me if I'm wrong, and also I forgot to use Nitocris's skill, so I guess we're burning a turn. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe JP doesn't consider Okita alter to be that great. This is what I heard, of course. Like the whale from from the Hitchhikers. Okita needs MP4. That's a very oddly specific MP level. If she needs MP4 to farm, why not just go all the way to MP5 by that point? Why only stop at MP4? You're already so close to MP5. May as well you know, go all the way, right? So I guess we'll do a Buster Chain here. As the king of whales, I safely say that mountain whales do indeed exist. On whose authority did you crown yourself king of whales? How many turns did it take you to do the challenge quest? 0, because I didn't start it. This is guaranteed 3 turns. I know it says 4 turn there, but this is comfortable. Oh, I should probably replace Hans there because he's already max spawn level. Probably change that. Should probably change him to somebody else. I should level Astolfo, huh? Time to lure him? Oh god. Eric, I've got bad news for you. You're very similar to, there's one other friend of ours that we know. His name starts with an S, and his name ends in A. You may know who I'm talking about. Stop. Just stop. How do you unlock the point node? Do all the other nodes first. You have to do every single other node from both the Oda and the Shinsengumi side. So you're gonna have to end up doing how many nodes total? Like 6, 12 nodes total or some shit like that in order to unlock this one. So you have to do all the other nodes first and then come back and do this one. He doesn't even have his battery yet? Yeah, he still hasn't gotten it. He might get it sometime this year, maybe next year, but I don't know. He still doesn't have the 50% battery yet. Eric, have you been betraying NA for JP? Have you been NTRing NA-chan for JP-kun? Thinking Astolfo already has his MP battery? Shame on you, Eric. Shame. Hey Vexian, what's going on, man? Thought it was second anniversary. What a the fuck? I don't play JP. Might ditch NA for JP if Muramasa gets announced, if he ever does. Why? But what if you're entertaining thoughts of quitting NA? Why not just quit now? Shit, I didn't mean to use that skill right away. RIP. That was not what I meant to do. Let's see. I wonder if I can do this. Let's see. This is going to be very risky. Let's try doing. Let's see. Let's try that. Morgan ended up killing him anyway. Fuck. Ah, that's right. Morgan was already gonna one-shot him because she has the attack buff from Waver. Was already gonna happen anyway. Let's see. In that case, we're gonna have to do some emergency maneuvers and do this. Let's see. So Mordred needs to generate what 10% MP charge, and that's not even anywhere near close. God, Mordred's MP charge is fucking terrible. Still not gonna have enough. Let's see. Now let's go ham. Similar experience with me. Gauls are a lie. We are in this boat together, I'm pretty sure. Hey, there's a gallstone. I didn't even realize the board dropped me a gold box. I swear the big enemies, like with like maybe the exception of the dragon, of the big dragon, the boar is really hard to see to catch if he drops a gold box for you or not. Sometimes you can see. I guess it's due to the screen panning and the way the screen zooms in on the fucking boar as when it's playing its death animation. But sometimes you see the gold box that drops loud and clear, but sometimes you don't. Nice little surprise there, I suppose. He's got over 800k points on both sides. Let's see. I do. Me. Hey, Koopa Troopa. What's going on, man? Welcome back to the stream. Yep, grinding my way through a gallstone hell. I'll stay here for 9 more gallstones. I'll see if my luck turns around. Because apparently, the gallstone drop rate is supposed to be 30% here, which is supposed to be very good. Unfortunately, both me and one of my mods on Twitch chat, Saber of Avalon, we aren't really seeing that at the moment, so hopefully our luck turns around. We'll see, though. 400k both sides, just chilling. Yeah, you're smooth sailing, bro. You got a full week ahead of you, and by now you should have like a couple of Fortress CEs. So you're sitting pretty. Just have people who can easily one-shot the or one turn or two turn the the wave 3, and you'll be good. You'll be sitting pretty. God damn it, Zek could have changed his CE to the point CE. We lost the comrade. But don't believe the drop rate? Yeah, me neither. With how things have been going for the past, what, 2 hours? You saw Akado post a bunch of gallstone screenshots. Has he been stealing all of our gallstones? And fuck, I accidentally pressed the attack button without what is it? Charging a needle Chris's MP first. Hey, back button would have been nice, don't you think? I'll do waiver PT for you. You said you were gonna do that 2 hours ago, Eric. No quality of life updates for NA? We'll see. Like, to be fair, they've been giving us a lot of, not just a couple, but a lot of quality of life stuff to us early. To be fair. Alright, Sai. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck at work. And that time he dropped the silver box. If there had to be a change to one certain hits on cards, it has to be a Astolfo. Not even just hit count. Give him an actual MP generation stat. He can't generate MP for shit. Does Astolfo get any buffs? He gets 1, I believe, or 2. I believe he at least gets an MP damage buff, which is always nice. But also, more importantly, he gets a second, or it's either a second or his first one, where it turns his third skill. It gives his third skill a 50% battery, and y'all know how I feel about 50% batteries. Hey, Gangstar, welcome back. Yeah, it's been a while, man. I haven't seen you in a while either. Glad to see you're back though. Salva's MP gen is horrible. You hate it? Yeah, it's literally dog shit. His MP gen. His MP gen is dog shit, and normally most servants in this game, unless you're a berserker, most servants in this game have a 3% MP generation rate on hit. What that means is that if one of your servants gets hit by an attack, they generate MP because they're getting attacked. Usually it's if you go to the wiki, right, you'll find one of their stats says MP charge on defense or whatever it is. That's what that stat is referring to, and typically it's per hit. So if there's an enemy with like a three hit attack, then and they attack a servant who has, for example, a 3% MP charge on defense stat, which is the standard for most servants in the game. Usually they'll generate around 15% MP charge. Guess how much Astolfo has on defense, MP charge on defense. Actually, it won't do you any good trying to guess. He has 1%. Why did they give him 1% MP charge on defense? What? Excuse me, DW? Hey, Andraxis, what's going on, man? There was a video about the Hijikata quest I used only Senno in Europe. I think I know which one you're talking about. If I know which video you're talking about, I probably saw the thumbnail for it. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Uriel has 2 ways of charm locking. And what is it? Steno has one. Steno also has 2. Uriel has 2. And I guess if you bring along Plug Suit stun can debilitate. It's not a charm per se, but it's a stun. So you can I can see people breaking out stun and charm locks over and over and over and over. So that's always fun. Does his MP charge on attack make up for it at all? No, his MP charge on attack is fucking abysmal. I can give you an example. Well, hopefully the board doesn't fucking wreck us. But here's his MP charge on attack. We'll give him a full arch chain, right? So we'll lead off with an arch chain. So he has 120 now. Look how much MP charge he gets. 7%. That ain't great. Also, he has only 1 arts card and he has 3 quick cards. He's a 3Q rider. And his quick cards only have like 2 or 3 hits on them. And he has a shitty MP charge stat MP charge gain on attack stat in itself. His MP charge is horrendous. It's actually trash. Waver has a 1-hit arts card, but he can generate more MP charge than that. Ushi does better? Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, at the very least, Ushi has a 2 arts deck. So that helps, right? Astolfo has a 1 arts deck. And he's the only writer in the game to have a 3Q deck. Ushi even has a 3-turn quick buff. Well, that's in JP only. But we'll get it too, I guess, eventually. Thing is that Ushi also has a party-wide MP generation buff. So that helps both herself and her teammates. What does Astolfo have? A trap that literally a trap that hardly works. Is this gonna stun MHX? Oh man. Wow, MHX is actually into traps. Who knew? He has a 1-turn attack buff, and I don't know what the fuck this skill does. Oh, it's actually a crit buff. I guess it's decent, but still, it's like, okay. Why do you, a writer, have a star gen skill and a star generation buff skill? Like the crit buff is understandable. Why do you have a skill that lets you generate more stars when you only have a 2-hit quick card and you have 3 quick cards? Astolfo, please. Please. How the fuck is he even viable? He's not. Except for, like, you know, farming teams, I guess, because he has a 50% battery. He's not viable at all, is the thing. Who approved releasing him as is? DW. Fuck, another Zerk cookie. Not all servants are created equal. Say that to Starja and to Anne and Mary Ryder. Yeah, I'll say that shit to them. They can probably supply themselves with their own crit stars, sure, but if you want dedicated crit star support, you take 20-30 for that shit. The 30% drop rate was a lie. Yeah, it's looking like it, man. Feels bad, man. I'll just sit here. I guess what I'm gonna end up doing is I'll just sit here until I get 9 more gallstones for Kiara, and then I'm gonna switch over to like more scarab farming or some shit. Gallstones are gonna be the feels bad, man. Man, I can just feel it. I can just feel it in my in my loins. Hey, Cross Mirage, what's going on? Welcome back. Do you know if there are any upcoming events that will be good for farming gears after this one? Neurofest. Actually, does Neurofest, the lottery, have gears again? I don't remember. Or am I thinking of DV Rerun? Probably thinking of DV Rerun. Yeah, Neurofest can't have gears because it has pages instead. So, scratch that. On a scale of 0 to 10, how much does DW hate NA? About a -2. Don't gallstones get a better rate up during Shimosa? Well, that's not a rate up, that's a free quest. But they only go up to like, what, was it 18% or some shit in Shimosa? Hey, there's a gallstone that I was looking for. These are not the gallstones you were looking for. Gallstones seem to replace hearts as that one met. Yeah, for me they definitely have. I don't really need to worry about hearts anymore. So the gallstones are the new hearts, for me personally. If DW hated any major capacity, they wouldn't have even localized FGO. No, they still would have. You can still hate something and still localize it, because you just want the money. Free money! Dosh, anyone? It's raining money! It's raining money! Which team did you go with to beat the Hijikata level 90 node? I didn't try it yet. That's the thing. I just went straight into farming because that's just who I am. We'll do a Mordred Brave Chain. Why not? Next Neurofest is geared in shop. Okay, but that's in shop, so you can't farm those. Technically, anyway. When the finals free quest has them. Alright, good to know. Some people don't even know JP fucking exists. I forget who it was, but someone told me that they read an interview or some shit, where not even where some of the JP devs didn't even know that NA existed. That's probably a joke, but if that's true, I'm gonna. That's a really funny. That's a really funny and fitting anecdote. Should probably give them the attack buff. Think that'd be pretty good. Good old killing floor dosh, you know? Outside JP really isn't on their radar. Huh, well, maybe China is too. Chinese whales are a force to be reckoned with. Just started yesterday. Oh, hey, I actually got a fucking gallstone drop. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, game. You're better than the people who made you. Why? Wait, what was the question I was looking for? Just started yesterday. I don't know what to focus on, Marie or Chacha from the event. Focus on Chacha because she'll help you out. She'll actually help you out directly in the event because she has a damage bonus. I would say Chacha because the event's going on right now and the event is limited time, so you want to get as much as you can out of the event as possible, and in order to do that, leveling up Chacha is probably going to be for the better. Do you think Made Alter is worth rolling for, gameplay-wise? There are some fun gimmicks that you can do with her, and she's a single target rider, so that's always great to have. And she's quick, and we know how viable quick is in JP right now. So yeah, I suppose she is. I can't really think of a real reason why she wouldn't be worth wailing for or rolling for from a gameplay perspective. Unless anyone wants to enlighten me on why Maid Alter might not be worth it to roll from a gameplay perspective. To me, it seems like she would be. However, I haven't looked too deeply into her, lewd, to know for sure. Who's your favorite servant, 2-star or below? 2-star or below? Good question. 2-star or below? I guess Hans, because he's also a scathing, sarcastic asshole like I am. I guess that's the best I've got though. Is it true that NA wants to give players gifts they have to ask DW? More than likely, yeah. That's probably how they do it. Aniplex, all Aniplex does. So see, here's how we think. Here's how we think DW or NAFGO is handled by the developers slash publisher or whatever, right? You've got Albert and his hamster squad, who's in charge of they're in charge of the quote unquote localization team. They handle everything in regards to I guess PR, which barely exists, and everything else that's necessary to run NAFGO as a game. But for anything that has to do with like executive decisions made for NAFGO, right? Oh, how many bonus sync courses are gonna give them? Oh, how many what kinds of promotional campaigns are we gonna do? Are we gonna do the fucking FGO tour thing? we're pretty sure they always have to ask DW for permission. Well, for whatever they do, in terms of like I said, executive decisions. And I'm gonna be repeating that phrase for the entire stream. I just know it. But that's what we think. Of course, they're never gonna confirm that. But yeah, pretty sure DW is in full control on this one. Hamster Squad. Hamster Squad. I love calling them the Hamster Squad. I love it. Y'all know how much I love giving shit nicknames. Albert and his crew. They're the Hamster Squad. Hey, another gallstone drop. Okay, okay. Maybe the gallstone drop rate isn't so bad, or am I just getting my hopes up just to get disappointed in like 10 minutes? Is this a fluke? Is this a bait? A baited? Weird to think that a year ago, Quick was considered trash. Well, that's the thing, JB. Uh, servants, servants are what determine the meta. Which I guess that sounds like super obvious, but you know, in other games where meta is defined in other ways, for FGO and I guess for a lot of mobile games, servants or characters they define the meta. So. So personally, it wasn't too surprising to see Scotty turn almost single-handedly turn quick around. Quick best meta. You can have fun with your quick memes, cause that probably adequately describes how long you last in bed. But I'm going to stick with my arts memes. Arts memes, long and consistent. If you know what I mean. Gotchigasm. I thought you were an arts fag yourself, Eric. You're the stall master, aren't you? You like arts. Why'd you betray the arts meme for the quick meme? Is it because you quit the game? And that's why you're part of the quick fanboys now, because that's how fast you ditch FGO. I love arts. I didn't betray. Oh really, Monka? I get it, but remember, I honestly, JB, I feel like Osaka Behime was their guinea pig run of how to create like or how to make quick like great again, literally. Going full Trump here, I guess. Um, I want to think that they literally used Osaka Behime as a you know, a quick guinea pig. Kind of like how they made Dante's an Avenger guinea pig, so that they made Jalta right after. It's honestly like that's probably what they do with servants. They release one servant to kind of like test the waters a little bit, see how they work, and then they take the lessons they learn from that prototype servant, quote unquote prototype servant, and then they put that into a second really good servant. They've done that with Dante's and Jalter, and I would argue they did the same with Osaka Behime and Scotty. It's probably like that. This probably borders on like conspiracy theory levels of autistic memery, but fuck it. Would adding an arts Scotty slash Merlin make the game broken? The thing is, Avukamu, she already exists, and her name is Tamamo, and she's been in the game since year one. So yeah, if you're looking for an arts Merlin or an arts Scotty, she kind of already exists. Yeah, it's sometimes. Don't worry, Eric. I sometimes forget that Tomo has her has that one buff that she gives a fucking 30% MP damage buff to everybody. Don't worry, you're not alone. I sometimes forget that too. Because in my brain, I'm like, why did DW give her that? Like, why? She didn't even need it. She was already perfectly fine enough, even without it, and they just went off and gave her that. I was like, okay. Alright. Alright. I didn't ask for this, but I'll take it anyway. Alright, buddy. Because of that buff, Arts hits the hardest now. Just wait until Merlin gets a buff. Omega lol. Merlin getting a buff? Imagine if DW was in a constant cycle of buffing the meta casters. They put out Merlin, and they're like, oh shit. Or they put out Waver at first, and they put out Merlin. And, oh shit, we gotta, you know, help out the other ones. And they start buffing Tomo and some shit. Actually, they put out Tomo first before Merlin, so I take that back. They put out Waver, and they put out Tomo, and they put out Merlin. They put out fucking Scotty. And they buff Tomo. It's like a never-ending cycle of making sure that trying to make sure that all the card type memes are on par with each other, and then soon enough we'll have 20XX memes again. The year is 20XX. all the card types have been buffed to absurdity, to the point where DPS teams are now consists of a Waver, Scotty, Merlin, and Tomo. Any three of that combination. No DPS servant needed. Just bring all metacasters. Kappa. Fuck it. The return farm must be nice. It is nice. No one but the casters get buffed. Everyone gets buffed by proxy. I know, right? Easy. Easy. Everyone with instinct still crying. Salter, is that you? You really wish you knew the story of CCC? We'll get CCC. So yeah, you'll figure out what happens, more or less. Hey, another gallstone. Is my gallstone luck actually turning around? Poggers! Pog! Ayaya! Gallstone luck! Poggers! Do I have Poggers as a BTTV enabled emote? No, I don't. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna have to add that later. When I actually do add it. Alright, Ikriam, thanks for stopping by, man. And hopefully hopefully you can get your account back soon. Yeah. Try not to sweat it too much, and go get some sleep, man. Have a good night. Enable Pepiga! Yeah, I will soon. I will. I say I'll enable Pepiga soon for like a year straight. When are you gonna enable Pepiga? Soon, TM. Are there any event nodes that have seeds? No. From what I read on the wiki, no. You're shit out of luck when it comes to seed nodes, man. I'm pretty sure no node has ever dropped seeds. So if you need seeds, you're gonna have to wait on that. Either that or go farm them at like fucking Bountiful Seas or some shit. And y'all know how terrible Bountiful Seas is. How hard it would be to go from Septon to finishing Solomon before the next event. You've got, what, a month, more or less. I think you can do it. You might need to use a few apples. You would have to be super diligent on your AP, though. Like, every time you get the chance you have AP, you should always be doing the main quests. So, if you do that and make sure that you don't waste any AP, and you're super efficient about it, then you might be able to make it. I'm not sure. Just the problem is that Camelot and and Babylonia might be. I mean, and that's not might be. They are on the longer side of things when it comes to like story length. So, all right, you. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you grab yourself some good food. Have a good night. Enjoy my banter. My banter. I'm assuming you're talking to somebody else, but my banter. Aw, you shouldn't have. Oh God, did I not use oh God, I didn't use Salva's fucking MP. How the hell did I not use his MP? I'm getting trapped. But seriously, how didn't I use his MP? How'd that happen? I swear I thought I tapped his MP card. Bountiful my ass. I know, right? That's why I made the joke. You need seeds, go to Bountiful Seas. Good luck. Oh, back. I'll throw a Astolfo at you just because. It tapped his MP guy. It taps his what? Gachi pride. Gachigasm. It tapped his what? Hey, another gallstone. We can make so many gay jokes with all the gallstones that are dropping and having Trap Master in our party right now. But it would be inappropriate, so let's not. With pre-CCC event coming up, should you be worried about finishing story? You're in Babylonia. You're in Babylon right now. Given the fact that you cannot play the CCC event without finishing Solomon, I suggest you hurry up. Do you want to play the CCC event? Do you want BB, who is a limited time servant you cannot roll for because she's welfare and she will literally not come back for another 2 years? You should probably finish Babylon. That's the case. Would highly recommend. When will CCC start? Probably in like a month. They'll probably they'll probably officially announce it at SakuraCon. Is what I think they're gonna do. That's why you gotta finish this event by tomorrow. Gotta get through the story ASAP. Fair enough. Isn't Kama basically Cupid? From Indian mythology, I believe he is. Yeah. In FGO, it's a little bit different, as FGO usually does. When Melt drops with CCC, who would be a good party for her? I actually don't know. I don't know. I'm not intimately familiar with who is it? With her kit, so I can't tell you. Sakura Face being announced that con name SakuraCon as meta in some abstract way. No, they probably planned it. They probably planned it. Like, it's just too good of an opportunity to pass up. Given the fact that Aniplex has always showed a habit of announcing, like, being at certain anime cons, anime conventions, and then announcing FGO related news there while at, like, during their panels at those anime conventions. Given that, and how SakuraCon is like on April 20th or some shit, 420, it's just too, it's like, it just makes perfect sense. It just makes perfect sense. You're gonna announce news about, you know, Mato Sakura and like a fucking event about her, or not exactly about her, but you know, servants who look like her. At a convention named SakuraCon. It's like, it doesn't really get much better than that. It really doesn't. You're on a roll. Yeah, looks like my gallstone luck is turning around. Knock on wood, so I don't jinx myself. If they pass it up, they got no sense of humor. They probably won't pass it up. Given how they've handled things in the past, they probably won't pass it up. I mean, they already don't have a sense of humor anyway, because if you've got people like Albert leading his squad of hamsters. Humor? What's that? I like how Fate goes from being an eroge to a globally known game. Well, that's just called evolution, just changing with the times. When's the anniversary? July. Technically it's June 25th, but don't you know we have 366 day years, or what was it? What was the meme again? It was 377 day years. What was that one meme on Reddit where they memed the whole Albert going, or DW going, oh, NA's anniversary is actually on on Anime Expo. Haha, haha. There's another gallstone, I guess, to make up for that Zerk cookie that I just got. Yeah, 377 day year. We'll be spamming those memes once it's time again. They like works trying to get Fate big in the West too. Yeah, with minimal effort. Because they know that they already know that Fate is already pretty big in the West. The IP carries itself by this point. H scenes in FGO when? Never. Azure Lane maintenance in 30 minutes. Oh, fuck. Is that tonight? I thought that was tomorrow. Give me 1 second. Headquarters to carry out maintenance on, I just realized my laptop is on a different time zone it's still 1 hour ahead. Why is my laptop 1 hour ahead to my actual PC? What the fuck is this? But anyways, maintenance on April 4th. So no, it's not tonight, bro. It's not tonight. It's tomorrow night. Yeah, I figured like it's kind of strange that for Azure having maintenance now, because technically the event still goes on for one more day. So I was like, huh, that's rather weird. New submarines and Azure drops in 3-4. Huh, we get to go back to 3-4. Well, wait a minute. What rarity is she? What rarity is the sub in a 3-4? Because if she's also an SSR, that means we're gonna have to compete for a 1 in 3 chance in what, a 2% drop rate? What's the SSR drop rate for boats in the gold nodes? You always get advance notice a day ahead. Usually a few days ahead. Let's see. What'd you rate my luck? Got Jack, Grams, and Merlin, and 1 ticket each. Probably A++. Your luck is better than mine, that's for fucking sure. Goya is an epic boat, so purple, right? Then it's not so bad. Well, I say that now, and I get into actually farming. It's like, oh god, where's Goya? I still remember my nightmare with Sheffield. You need some lures, somebody hook it up. Just do the ladders. You'll get two lures from those. That's effort. I was more thinking of wanting to rob people. Keisatsu-san. Have you seen the abysmal drop rates for Akatsuki compared to Zuikaku? Yeah, don't worry. I have plenty of friends on Discord who tell me how much it sucked for them to try to farm for Sendai. who is also a blue boat. So thank God I already got Akatsuki from a previous event, so I didn't have to worry about trying to farm for her. Normally I'd stay out of conversations like these that are going on in my YouTube chat right now, but I will agree that that yeah, it'd be kind of cool if they could give the dudes, the boys, the lean boys some love. Which one would you rather grind? 10 gallstones or 1 heart pre-Shinjuku? 10 gallstones. Because even at Mount Ebi, your gallstone drop rate is like 10%. Pre-Shinjuku, heart drop rates and caster class dailies is 8%. So, just mathematically speaking, I'd rather go with gallstones. But yeah, if they could give the boys some you know, well-deserved love, that'd be nice. Because we didn't, JP didn't even have a Chaldea Boys this year. I mean, they gave them full-fledged event, sure, but they only gave Moriarty a costume, no new servant, which is very strange. Like, you're telling me, like, even if in the previous Chaldea Boys collection banners, even if you didn't give them like a proper, like a full-fledged proper event, at least you gave us new servants. So, you know, that's something to get hyped over at the very least. But this year, you give us a trade-off between, you know, oh, here's an event, but we won't give you a new servant. Excuse me? By that point, even though I love farming events, by that point, wouldn't you just prefer getting a new servant, a new male servant, just be done with it? I don't know. Kind of hard to make a judgment call on that, but it's very weird. I mean, they're making improvements at the very least, but, you know. It's like they take 2 steps forward and then also take 2 steps back. It's like, you don't even know where you're going. Summer boys? I mean, hopefully. I mean, last year there was already a good step in the right direction by giving us the Kazgil, Robin, and Dante's banners. It's a step in the right direction, and they gave all 3 of them in costumes, which is fucking great because I think now Robin is the only 3-star servant in the game who even has a costume. Hydration bot. Where's my Jinsu? I haven't gotten past chapter 9 or world 9. Jesus. Now that I'm done with the visitors event, I should probably get back to actually doing the doing chapter 9 and clearing it. Do a Buster Chain, why not? CBC hasn't shafted 2 years in a row. Notice how we haven't gotten a male servant since Hijikata. How does not getting a male servant since Hijikata and CBC have anything to do with each other? Depending on not getting Tencent Court / Guten Tag. Haha, DW is fucking lazy. But we already knew that. Just more fuel to add to the fire, I guess. He's back! I know, right? SNA, what do you expect? I know, right? Pretty much. By this point in the game, if you don't like the way NA is being treated, just quit. Just quit. I've already seen plenty of other people, including a few friends who I talk with quite frequently over on like Discord or whatever, just end up quitting NAFGO because they've realized you know how much more DW prefers JP over everything else, especially NA. So they just aren't having any of it, so they just quit. Oh, nice, another gallstone. DW is lazy, the sky is blue, and Mahoyo, are you referring to Mahotsukai no Yoru? I assume that's what you're talking about. And Mahotsuka no Yoru will never get a sequel. Yeah, and Nasu will never make Tsukihime remake, and he'll definitely not make Tsukihime 2. Why bother when FGO has basically let him retire for the rest of his life? Yeah, there was no way we'd be getting Guten Tag. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to give us Guten Tag either. And instead, we get this fucking shitty Pick 2 web browser fucking thing that I still don't know what the hell it is. We're gonna give you a Guten Tag. So here, have this. To be fair, it looks like it at least looks polished, but whatever. What's the drop rate for gallstones? Apparently they're 30%, but it feels more like 15. I wonder if the 30% drop rate is only referring to the chance of the giant board just dropping a gold box. That would make more sense. It's probably what it is, to be honest. Is the gallstone drop here better than Mount Ebby? I think so, yes. It's still better than Mount Ebby at the very least, but you know, you're gonna be here for a while though. By the way, Eric, if you're still here in my chat, do you like my Kantai port shirt? Yeah, exactly. The lack of the Rio art. I heard that JP had a similar problem where the Rio art wasn't put into the game at the same time. I don't know if that source was credible or not, but if that's the case and that's what happened in JP as well, I guess I understand. But it's like you couldn't put in the time to actually at least try to fix that mistake that you made in JP, so that NA doesn't have to deal with that shit. All right. Whatever you want, I guess. Let me check how many Shinsengumi points I'm at now. We're almost done actually. I just don't know how much points we get per run, especially because I'm not running any point C's. I think we're getting a break week. I think so, yeah. But they're gonna probably give us like a singularity bait banner or some shit to work with. Either that, or what they could even do is they could even pull up Hunting Quests round 3 a month early, which they've done before. So wouldn't be surprised if they do it again. All right, Louis. Thanks for stopping by, man, and have a good night. I mean, they get money for minimum effort by this point. I mean, that's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying for the good part of last year. Because it was already very, like, in the beginning you can make the argument that oh, you know, DW's trying their best for NA and shit like that, right? But a year later, and it's clear that you know, it's not exactly the case. And you know, we're gonna still stay stuck in the situation, so might as well make ourselves comfy as much as we can, because it's probably not gonna change. Unless for whatever reason America starts outspending Japan and the rest of the fucking world when it comes to FGO, but that's not gonna happen. So, hey. I sure do love my catch-22s. More mad about the art, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. It's like you're gonna give us the art from last year. Like last year, they actually gave us the Rio art on time. Like when it turned midnight, April Fools. If you logged in FGO right after, all your art was changed to a Rio art. It was cool. I even have some of the the screenshots on my phone right here of me having Tama in her Rio art. It was cool, but for some reason, not this year. I don't know what the reason is. So I'm going to withhold judgment before I make any judgment calls. But whoops, shouldn't have collected those coins. Is it worth burning your apples now that the Seraph is looming to the horizon? Well, if you care about finishing the event, yeah, sure, you probably should. At least a few of them. No one's telling you to burn all your apples, just burn a few of them. How many slices of bread have you eaten in your life? More slices of bread than you've tasted pussy in your life. That's for sure. No, but seriously, I don't know. I'm not like a huge fan of bread. I don't go out of my way to eat bread, so I don't know. Probably not that much. I mean, for fuck's sake, I'm Asian. You can see that. You think we think we want bread when we have rice? All right, Eric. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Don't we have a week left in the zone? Yeah, we got a week left. So at least one slice of bread, probably. One, two. Fair assessment or fair guess. Is Seraph worth using apples? Yeah, probably. I've heard lots of good things. Word on the farming streets is that CCC is a pretty good farming event. I mean, but then again, Gouda 2 is also a good farming event. So if you're not farming here, you're probably not gonna be farming in F-Seraph because you're looking for an excuse to save your apples, probably. I know how you free-to-plays think. Yeah, the feather node is apparently very good. So if you missed out on Prisma Ilia feather farming, then yeah, what is it? CCC should stock you back up. Do you eat rice 3 times a day? If I eat at home, yes. Some habits die hard. Have you had pussy that's as dry as stale bread? No, because I don't know what that feels like. Guess I'll swap out for waiver now. One of the best investments is my rice cooker. Yeah, exactly. Hello, what are good essential items to farm for this part of the event? This part of the event? You mean these nodes? Are you referring to the nodes? Or are you referring to the shop? Pages are good to farm. They're at 46% drop rate, which is insane. So yeah, go to the 40 AP Lanugo node and what was it again? It was 40 AP Reshi or whatever. It's on the Shinsengumi side. If you want pages, you should probably go there. I think you should feel less as a person for not having a girlfriend. Just saying. Well, it doesn't affect me mentally. I just love memeing about it. It's great to pretend that you have a self-confidence that you actually don't have. Let me tell you that. She finished Solomon and waited until half AP main quest to do it. She should probably do Solomon, unless they give us a main quest so that you can finish the main quest before Solomon before CCC comes out. And in fact, they might even actually do that, unless JP never did that. Then well, fuck. Anything else worth farming? Scarabs. Scarabs, Lanugo, Nettles. I'm pretty sure most of the 40 AP nodes have pretty good drop rates for the essential materials that they have. So. Pre-CC has a 50% AP for main quest. Okay. Okay. Then that makes perfect sense. Then I guess wait until they put out the half AP main quest in order to finish up on on all your campaign or your main quests going into CCC. Just make sure to complete all the way up to Solomon before then, of course. Why do people call Jean Berserker Jalter Jerker? Not only, I don't even care about the fact that it sounds like you're trying to talk about someone who's wanking themselves. It's like that's just a stupid sounding name. Why not just call her something cool like Zalter? She's a fucking chuny, right? She'd like that over fucking Jerker. Jerker was a thing. Someone just called her Jerk in my YouTube chat. And it's not just him. I've seen a lot of people call John Berserker Jerker. Cause I'm making a dick joke. I'm 12, by the way. I think everything is cringy. Summer Jalter. Why not just call her Zalter? Because Zerker, Alter, Zalter. I don't know why nobody has come up with that string of that like string of thought, but I guess I'm the only one intelligent enough to come up with that kind of thing. And by intelligent, I mean as intelligent as an autistic memer, which I am definitely an autistic memer. What do you think of NA not getting the April Fool's Saint Quartz? I care more about us not getting the April Fool's art than I do the Saint Quartz. But either way, it's shitty, and DW can go fuck themselves. People want to make the jerker jokes, exactly. I mean, of course, I guess. Maybe you're right, Ozymandias, but that doesn't. Don't let that distract you from the fact that people are immature fucking assholes, and if they can call somebody jerker, they will. Y'all are some fucking degens. Y'all are some degens. Y'all are some degens. What time is it? It's midnight now. How long have we been streaming for? 3 hours? 3 hours. You cultivated this community? I didn't cultivate it. Y'all just joined and cultivated it for me. And I'm now out of AP. Does anyone here read Nate Temple? I have no idea. I don't read Nate Temple. We are degens thanks to you, or maybe we were all degens before you. No, you were all degenerate before I came along. I just awakened all your degens in you, and then now look what look what's happened. I know you collect servants, but who is your most anticipated to roll in the near future? Kiara. Mahjong. I know, right? Yeah, Zalter. Yeah, Zalter's voice lines are gonna be fun to read, I would assume. What's the best event to spam apples on? Lotteries. But the next lottery isn't until September, so. Sure. Ouch, ouch. Okay. Okay, boys. I'm gonna call it there. It's the middle of the week. It's a weekday, so got work tomorrow, and can't stream for too late. Probably grab a little bit of food to eat, not too much, cause it's like fucking midnight here. So eating a whole ton in the middle of the night is not good. Remember that if you wanna keep yourself healthy. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. So I will more than likely be back tomorrow. I know I've got a little bit of time in the evening tomorrow after work to stream again. So come by tomorrow to see if I'm streaming again, which I think I should. I think I should. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for stopping by, chilling with me as we all degenerately farm this goddamn event, which should give me more fucking gallstones, but we'll figure that one out. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go host. I don't think I've ever hosted Johan before. I'm kind of curious to see what he's like or his stream's like. So thanks guys, and we will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully again. So yeah, enjoy your night, guys. Good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you guys are. Raid. Ready to raid in 10 seconds. Okay, I gotta still wait for that. Okay, 10 more awkward seconds before I can turn off the stream because I have to wait for Twitch to get the raid button ready. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and take care, all of you.
Hey, if I were to everyone play that, should I play like the older one? We call it, just call it Legend of Heroes or something. Yo, Tono snipers for the big fat.